Are you looking to make that move to Austin, Texas, and you're wondering what it's like to live here? You want to know about the pros and the cons, because just like any other city, state, and country, there's pros and cons to everything. Today's video is about my top 5 pros and cons of living in Austin, Texas. Cue the intro. Welcome to my channel. My name is Dawson Brewer, your favorite Austin realtor. If you're looking to relocate to the Austin, Texas area, please reach out to me. I'll leave my contact information on the screen and also down below. If you're looking to move now or anytime in the immediate future, please reach out and let's connect. So you are on this video because you are wondering what life is like in the city limits of Austin. Just to give y'all a quick background, I have moved here back in 2021 and have lived here ever since, but I have spent a lot of time buying and selling homes within the city of Austin. I was able to compile this list. I've looked online, I've looked at blogs, I've looked at other videos, I've talked to locals, I've talked to the people who relocated here, and also some of these are my personal opinion, and this is how I came up with the list. So without further ado, we're actually gonna get started on the cons. Con number 1 is gonna be the infrastructure, and I'm also gonna put traffic underneath this heading. Austin was one of the fastest growing cities during the height of COVID, when a lot of people just decided to migrate here. Because of that big boom, our infrastructure has not quite caught up to that population increase quite yet. We are in the works of expanding I-35, the main highway here in Austin. We are in the works of providing more overpass on that highway and also increasing the amount of lanes that it will have, but the infrastructure is still coming. With that infrastructure, you're gonna have bad traffic, okay? There's just no way around that. It's gonna show up in every single con list. Me personally, I've never visited the West Coast, but I have lived on the East Coast for some time. I've been through New Jersey, I've been through New York, I've been through Philly, and traffic in Austin is bad, but it's not as bad as those big cities. I can't speak about California. If you're from California, let me know how the traffic is out there. Traffic in Austin does get bad. We're actually ranked as the 19th worst traffic city as of 2023. So take that with a grain of salt. Along with the bad traffic and the lack of proper infrastructure, you're gonna have a problem with public transportation. Now, we do have a tram that runs from Leander to downtown Austin, but other than that, the bus system really isn't all that great. You're gonna need a car when you move down here. Unless if you live in the downtown area of Austin where you're in a walkable distance from shops and stores and all that good stuff. I do know a couple folks who have no cars down here, but again, if you want to move down here comfortably, you're gonna need a car. Con number 2 is gentrification. Because you have a lot of outsiders with money moving down here, naturally, they're gonna gentrify some neighborhoods. So the reason why it's a con is because it is pushing local Austinites out of specific neighborhoods. When you have gentrification, you tend to lose the culture of that area. My third con is gonna be the nature. When I say nature, I'm referring to what there is to do. For example, we don't have any beaches in Austin, so if you're a beach person, you're probably gonna hate living here. The nearest beach is about 3 hours away when you have to go to Galveston. Even that's a nightmare within itself. We do have quite a bit of outdoor activities and walking trails. Me personally, I enjoy the walking trails. I enjoy hiking in Austin. I never consider myself a full-time or an avid hiker. I do it every now and then. But people that I've spoken to who hikes full-time, who visits bike trails frequently, they have mentioned that Austin has a lack of good walking trails, hikes, biking trails, anything outdoorsy. We also have 3 lakes. We have Lady Bird Lake, Lake Austin, and Lake Travis. I'm originally from Wisconsin. We have Lake Michigan. In my opinion, I am not as impressed with the lakes down here in Texas versus the ones in the Midwest. And spending some time on the East Coast when you have the ocean right there, there does seem to be a lack of outdoor nature recreational activities. You can imagine that since there is not that many water activities or water places to choose from. When the weather gets warm and hot outside, you can imagine that these water sources are gonna have a lot of visitors at them. Speaking to Austinites, so people who've grown up here, they don't see an issue with the type of choices that we have for nature, which isn't a problem. But me talking to outside folks from California, from places with beaches like Florida, I tend to notice that they aren't impressed with the lack of nature that Austin has versus the places that they're coming from. My fourth con, and I'm going to touch on this briefly because it's on every single list, and that's going to be the weather. We get it. Texas is hot. If you are one of those people who needs 4 seasons, Texas isn't for you. If you're one of those people that likes rainy seasons, Texas isn't for you. We do get rain. We might get snow once every blue moon, but you can count on us not having any type of snow. We don't have 4 seasons. Our winters are very mild and very quick. Past winter, I might have had to wear a coat maybe for like 3 weeks, and that was it. And then everything else was hoodie weather. We did go through a brief rainy season. We also have a hail season. You will notice a lot of hail repair shops along the highways. You will also notice that people's cars are dented because of hail. At least some people's cars. Our rainy season doesn't really last that long. And if you're driving through neighborhoods, you might also notice that people's grasses are brutal. We go through water droughts, it seems like every single year, to where we're limited to water in our lawn once per week because of the lack of rain here. So you're not gonna get that green type of lawn unless if you really stay on top of it, fertilizing and watering and all that good stuff. You're gonna notice a lot of people's lawns look a little crispy. We also have an allergy season. We have cedar trees here, which messes with my sinuses along with a lot of people down here. And because we don't really have the coastal winds to just move the air around, the air is kind of stiff down here. Even if you're somebody who doesn't have allergies, you might still be affected. On top of not having the typical 4 seasons or not having the winter, if we do have any snow, we are not equipped for that. February of 2021, we had a record-breaking snowstorm, which, you know, if you're from the Midwest or East Coast, it's just another normal snow day. Austin specifically got hit with a snowstorm. It caused a lot of people issues. Grocery store shelves were empty. People couldn't drive on the roads. People couldn't leave their homes. Some people lost power and water. Some people's pipes froze and bursted. Power was going out. So if there's ever any extreme winter weather down here, we are not equipped to handle that, and just be sure to be ready for that. My last con number 5 is cost of living. This will also be one of my pros, but here's why it's a con. Austin's cost of living is 1% higher than the national average. Housing is 16% higher than the national average. Your average house is gonna cost between $500,000 to $550,000 within the city limits of Austin. Healthcare is about 3% higher than the national average. I'm gonna bring this up during the pros, but because we don't have state income taxes, our property taxes in turn are higher. Our average property tax is 2.24%. So because we don't have the state income tax, we do suffer on other taxes like a high sales tax, high property tax. Now let's talk about the pros. Make sure you stick to the end of this video because my last pro, you're not gonna be able to find this online. I've looked through countless of videos, I've read countless of blogs, and I haven't seen this pro pop up anywhere. And I wanna share that with you guys, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to hear that final pro. Pro number 1. The entertainment. The entertainment scene in Austin is very vast, vibrant, and it's not a boring city. You're always gonna find something to do. It doesn't matter what type of person you are, what your personality is like, what you like to do, you're gonna find something suited for you. We are known for our live music. We're the live music capital of the world. If you love music, if you love art, if you love shopping, thrift shopping specifically, this is a really good city for you. And because it seems like it's summer all year round, we always have that sunshine beaming, we have a lot of festivals. Aside from music festivals, South by Southwest and ACL, we do have a lot of festivals going on throughout the year. This past weekend, we just had the Kite Festival at Zilker Park. It's one of the largest kite festivals in the nation, but we just got that done. We have a festival in Kyle, or if your first name is Kyle, you get some free stuff. You will always find something to do in Austin. I'm also gonna lump this in. We have over 1,000 different food trucks in city limits of Austin. And of course, we are known for our barbecue. I know a lot of local Austinites like to complain about the food. Me being in other countries, other states and cities, Austin's food is really, really good. You have a lot of different varieties. You will find something that you like, I promise you that. And then if you're an outdoor folk, well, we have that for you too. We have Mount Bono if you like views, if you like hiking. There's a 360 bridge, again, for views. We have Zilker Park and Peace Park if you like going to the park. There's a ton of hiking trails spread throughout Austin. Then we have the 3 lakes, Lady Bird Lake, Lake Austin, and Lake Travis. If you're looking for shopping and entertainment, we have the Domain, 6th Street, South Congress, the list goes on. We have a lot of different entertainment options. And here's the thing, I'm a big NBA fan, so when I was choosing a city to live in and needed to have an NBA team, although Austin doesn't have an NBA team, and although we are close enough to San Antonio for the Spurs or Dallas for the Mavericks and Houston for the Rockets, we have the Moody Center in Austin. Just this past month, we had the Spurs play the Nuggets and the Nets in the same weekend. Sometimes we get the Harlem Globetrotters, we get soccer games, we get the college games. Sometimes there's concerts being held. So although we don't have a professional sports teams, you are able to catch some sports games at the Moody Center if you are an avid sports fan like myself. My second pro is gonna be the cost of living versus other major cities in the US. I know that I listed cost of living as a con as well, but it is a pro because Austin is one of the more cost-friendly big cities, especially when we're comparing it to coastal cities like LA, Seattle, DC, New York City, Baltimore, Chicago, cities like that. The groceries in Austin are between 4 to 12% lower than the national average. Transportation is 9% lower than the national average, and utilities are 6% lower than the national average. Transportation is lumped into public transportation and also gas prices. If y'all are from these different states where gas prices are $4 or $5, I guarantee you in Austin or Texas in general, we're probably sitting in the high 2s or low 3s. So gas is naturally just going to be cheaper down here, and our utilities are going to be cheaper down here because unlike other states sharing electricity and utilities with each other, Texas, it has its own power grid. My third pro is going to be the no state income tax. What that means for you is that if you're working a W-2 job, you're going to be able to keep more of your money while being in Texas versus other states. Matter of fact, Texas is one of 9 states who has no state income. The fourth pro is the locals. What you'll notice in Austin is that we have a very diverse population. It seems like people are willing to have a conversation with you. People will smile at you, say hello, ask you how you're doing, have full conversations like you guys knew each other already. It's very easy to make friends down here. It feels like it's just that southern hospitality to the fullest. And because of such diversity down here in Austin, you will be able to experience a lot of different cultures, including food and entertainment. So there's nothing better than that. Austin is the melting pot of Texas, in my opinion at least. If you made it this far in a video, I have one more pro that you're not going to be able to find online. This is a pro that I came up with. And so far, if you disagree with me or if I left any pros or cons out, leave me your opinion down below in the comment section. And if you're looking to make that move to Austin or the surrounding areas of Austin, please reach out. We can schedule a one-on-one consultation of what that move will look like. And without further ado, my fifth and final pro is military benefits. If you are a veteran, Austin is a veteran-friendly city. Texas as a whole is a veteran-friendly state, but here's some extra benefits that you get being in Austin. Depending on your disability, you will have a property tax exemption. Remember when I mentioned that property taxes are a little bit higher here in Austin than they are in other places? Here is the way to balance that con out with a pro. If you are a disabled veteran, you have a property tax exemption. I'm gonna start off at the top. If you are 100% disabled as a veteran, you have a complete 100% property tax exemption on your primary property. Let me explain how valuable of a benefit that truly is. In the house Austin I'm recording in, my property taxes would equal out to $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. And they only increase over time because as the property increases in value, your property taxes are going to increase. Because of the 100% disabled veteran exemption, I'm able to save $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year on property taxes. If you are in the same position, imagine you're saving $1,000 a month in property taxes. I have veterans tell me that because of this benefit, they're able to buy a bigger, better, and more expensive house versus if they didn't have that exemption, they couldn't do that. If you're between 10 to 90% disabled, you will not get the full 100% property tax exemption. However, you can offset your property taxes up to $12,000. Another military benefit is the Hazlewood Act. The Hazlewood Act plays into your educational benefits. Your tuition is exempt up to 150 credit hours. You do have to meet specific qualifications, and what I'll do is I'll leave a link down below. It will tell you exactly how you can qualify for this Hazlewood Act benefit, but it's an additional educational benefit to go along with your GI Bill or your 9/11 bill. And the third military benefit is the disabled plates. We have a lot of toll roads here in the Austin area. If you have disabled veteran plates and you apply for the disabled veteran toll tag, those tolls are completely waived for you. Again, how does that benefit you? If you're somebody like me who lives in Manor, Elgin, Bastrop, and you continue down those cities to the east of Austin, you're gonna have to take toll road 290 to get to Austin. Otherwise, you're gonna have to take the frontage road on the side, which will probably add about 15 to 20 minutes to your trip. But instead, if you have those veteran plates and you have that veteran toll pass, you could just take 290 for free. That is a huge benefit when traveling. Another plus, it's not really an Austin thing, but if you ever need to go down to San Antonio to the sports stadium, if you have DV plates, they will completely waive your parking, and parking could cost up to $70. So there are military benefits of living in Austin. And I'm a veteran myself, so I'm always looking for these type of benefits to help my fellow veterans. That is it for this video. If you guys like this video, reach out to me. Let's schedule a one-on-one call. Let me help you with your move down here to Austin or the surrounding areas. And if y'all disagree with anything that I said, or if I left out anything of vital importance that you think somebody should know before moving down here, leave me your opinion down below in the comment section. We are all here to help each other. So let's help each other grow and build wealth. I will catch you guys on the next one next week, and peace.